I'm going to give you guys some great advice that helped me. Okay. So when listening to preachers, teachers, ministers, things, people like that, when they are ministering and giving a word or whatever the case may be, if Jesus is not the root, if it doesn't center around Jesus, if it doesn't include Jesus, if it doesn't point you back to Jesus, right? This is not sound biblical teaching, right? If it's going to tell you how you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow, or how you can get your blessing, and how you are this person, who is going to do this and that, like, if it's pointing back to you, that's a problem. When we are reading the scriptures, it's supposed to point us back to Jesus. It's supposed to show us, who Jesus is and was, and his character and things of that sort. Most of the time it's a conviction for me, because the word cuts, right? It's sharper than any two-edged sword, and it's basically like, when I'm reading it, it puts me in check. It allows me to take myself out of the equation and understand that God is always and should always be at the forefront. It allows me to die within myself and allow Christ to lead the way that he is supposed to lead, and the way that he was, like, that's how he set this thing up. It's about him, right? 9 times out of 10, if it's not pointing back to him, it's a problem. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, right? So if the Word was God, when you're reading the Word, or if somebody is breaking down the Word, or if they're trying to interpret the Word, if it's not leading you back to the one who is the Word, it's not sound. And that is how you can tell if it's more motivational than more of, Jesus, more biblical, more, what he says when he says, let he who has an ear, right? Like, you should be able to, the more you get into your word, you're going to gain an ear to be able to understand and point out what type of things are just like, do I just want to be motivated right now, or do I really want to get closer to Christ and know who Christ is, and know how Christ lived and how Christ did things and how Christ went about? Because that's the ultimate goal, is to become more like him, not like ourselves, because we are not perfect people. We are so imperfect. We have so many impurities. We have so many, like, we do so much, right? Like, we are not worthy, but to be pointed back to the one who is worthy, the one who is sovereign, the one who is loving, the one who does forgive, that's the goal. And that's all God be wanting. Like, that's why he says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Like, when you seek the one who is creator of all things, that is how you know you are changing. Like, before I make a move, before I do anything, like, let me consider him. Like, when I read in the scriptures, like, where do I see Christ at? How do I see God intervene in this thing? Instead of like, okay, how can I get me out of this Bible? Like, you're reading the Bible for something, but the ultimate goal is to be reading it to get a better relationship with Christ. You're reading it to be able to learn, his ways and things like that. You're reading it to be able to understand, like, you don't have all the answers, so you have to consistently go to him for everything, because that's just how it is. Like, we are not that smart. We don't know everything, but to know the one who does know everything, that's the key to all of this, is to get close, to understand and have knowledge and gain a relationship, right, with the one who knows everything, the one who is everywhere, the one who is the I am. That's the ultimate goal of it all, right? And along the way, I'm not saying that, this is just something that we, like, it's just perfect, right? Like, the narrow way is hard. Like, hard is the way to life. It's hard, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like it's easy, but to know the one who can be with you and travel through that narrow way with you is just, like, so, like, it's necessary, right? Because the reason why it's hard is because you need help, right? And Jesus is your help. So to be able to have your help with you in the midst of everything, to have the one with you who will never leave you through everything you endure on this earth. That is the ultimate goal. Having that relationship with him and knowing that you won't ever be abandoned. You won't ever have to endure by yourself. You won't ever have to fight a battle alone. You won't ever have to reading his word, you'll have the answer to anything and everything. You'll have power, he'll give you peace that surpasses understanding when you're going through tests and trials. And he just provides a love like no other. So I hope this video helped you guys. God bless.